morning from the Big 1400 WVWV. It is 59 degrees in downtown Clarksville. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
WVWV, 1400 AM, Clarksville, Tennessee.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Day 3 of the partial government shutdown as an impasse continues over border security and immigration. A plea from Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell.
Let's step back from the brink. Let's stop victimizing the American people and get back to work on their behalf.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer.
We've had several conversations. Talks will continue, but we have yet to reach an agreement on a path forward that would be acceptable for both sides.
Lawmakers are due to vote at noon today on a spending bill that could get the wheels of government turning again. Police in Lake Wales, Florida, say they have a description of a person of interest following an explosion at a shopping mall. 2 improvised explosive devices went off at the Eagle Ridge Mall yesterday afternoon. No one was hurt, but the mall was evacuated. Police say they found a bag apparently holding more unexploded IEDs. Also at SRNnews.com, Vice President Pence has kicked off his visit to Israel with a meeting with the Israeli Prime Minister.
It is my great honor on behalf of the President of the United States to be in Israel's capital, Jerusalem.
That declaration of Jerusalem as Israel's capital has infuriated the Palestinians. They're boycotting the Pence visit. Pence set to deliver a speech to the Israeli Knesset, its parliament, later today. The table's all set for Super Bowl 52. It will be the Eagles and the Patriots. Eagles cornerback Patrick Robinson says he's excited.
This year has been very special. Very special. So it definitely feels great for me, to be a part of this journey, with these guys. It definitely feels great.
The big game to be played on February 4th at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Stock futures in the red on Wall Street. Dow futures down about 42 points. S&P futures off 2 points. This is SRN News. The vice president goes to bat for persecuted Christians.
Mike Pence raised the issue of attacks on believers by radical Muslims during his meeting with Egyptian President El-Sisi over the weekend. Islamic terrorists have been launching attacks on Christians for about a year, especially in Sinai, killing scores, burning homes, and destroying churches. Christians, who make up 10% of the Egyptian population, accuse the government of failing to do enough to suppress Muslim terrorists. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
Homosexual activists are cheering Hollywood for increasing the number of pro-homosexual films it's producing. 5 movies have been nominated for GLAAD Media Awards, 1 year after it found only 2 films to honor for homosexual inclusive storylines and characters. Netflix leads television nominees with 7 nods. The networks ABC, CBS, and NBC each received 6 nominations. This is SRN News. Planning a visit to the Statue of Liberty? Well, go ahead. Lady Liberty is opening again despite the federal shutdown.
The opening comes too late for John Lockhart, who came in from Scotland with his daughter Chelsea to celebrate her 21st birthday. They had Sunday tickets to visit the statue's crown.
It's my daughter's 21st birthday, so we booked this about 3 months ago. It's quite disappointing.
Governor Cuomo says starting Monday, the state will pay $65,000 a day to reopen the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island.
We want to keep tourism flowing. We want people coming, and we don't want any disruption.
The state did the same thing during the 2013 government shutdown. Julie Walker, New York.
The North Korean figure skating pair that will compete in the Winter Olympics is in Taiwan this week for a competition. The 2 athletes are seen leaving a Taipei arena after a practice session Monday. They did not speak to waiting reporters. More details at srnnews.com.
Being a successful student athlete is a year-round job, and Austin Peay State University needs your help to keep some of their finest on campus this summer for off-season classes and training. Yes, you are formally invited to the first annual Peay Party event, January 26th, starting at 6 p.m. on the Echo Power Club level of Austin Peay's Forterra Stadium. Your ticket to this event includes not only the satisfaction of supporting student athletes, but also delicious drinks and hors d'oeuvres. The event will also feature a silent auction and opportunities to interact with current and former Austin Peay players and coaches. Help us continue to grow the culture of excellence within the APSU Athletics Department. January 26th at the first annual Pea Party event. Get your tickets online at letsgop.com/sporttix or by calling 931-249-4900. Have a good time making a difference for hardworking athletes. Call 931-249-4900 for tickets to the Pea Party today.
Good morning, the Big 1400 WVWB Clarksville area weather. A shower thunderstorm this morning. Otherwise, a mostly cloudy Monday to start the week. High today of around 66. Cloudy, cooler tonight. 37 for an overnight low. Mostly cloudy and cooler on Tuesday. 44 for an expected high. Low tomorrow night, 28. And Wednesday, plenty of sunshine. Expect a high of around 47 degrees. Currently, we're at 59 degrees in downtown Clarksville. With a look at traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. Traffic around the city and the county already very busy for this 7 a.m. hour. Due to classes being back in session today, everybody's back at work and back at school on this Monday. Traffic very heavy out on Trenton Road, Tylertown Road, the 101st Parkway, 41A Fort Campbell busy. Looks like 79 Woodlawn also busy as well. New Providence Boulevard very busy. 48 and 13. If you're coming into the city from the county, very busy, especially out by Montgomery Central. 41A out in Sango, not too bad. The MLK 76 connector is busy in a couple of spots. And also Rossview Road out by the interstate, very heavy. I'm seeing very heavy traffic that way. But at the moment, no wrecks to report in the city or the county, so let's keep it that way. And if you're headed to Nashville, 24 does look good all the way into the Music City. Let's check in with Commander Chuck and see what's going on with the Nashville area traffic.
Good morning. Police still on the scene of that earlier wreck, 1100 block of Bell Road. They moved this wreck here on 40 westbound just past Fessler's. It's just so heavy through here this time of the morning. Speaking of which, 65 south, bumper to bumper here as you approach Trinity Lane. If you're looking for the best bargains, check out GimmeA5.com. They're in Clarksville, Lebanon, Dixon, now Madison. You never know what you're going to stumble across there at GimmeA5.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
That's been a look at your traffic and weather together and the latest national news this morning on 1400 AM WVWB. It is 7:09. It is Monday, and that means it's time for the Monday morning edition of Good Morning Clarksville. Good morning, Chuck Edwards.
Good morning, John Michaels. So good to be here with you this Monday morning, the 22nd day of January. I don't know. Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
Nothing disastrous happened. So
anything eventful happened that we should know about?
No.
Oh, okay. You know there's a government shutdown, don't you?
Is there?
Yep. You know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just wanted you to know. I mean, in case you know.
What does that mean I'm not going to get my paycheck this week?
I don't know. I think you'll probably still get your paycheck. It might not be as much.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so, but hopefully, you know, I think they've got a plan in the works. I'm sorry.
I mean, aren't we going to get a big tax refund?
I don't know. I don't do your taxes. So, I mean, I don't know where you can get a big tax.
CPA runs when I come by.
Oh, yeah. And they could do that. Every time they see me, they say, here he comes.
Yeah, run.
Here he comes. 1400 WVWB, the world-famous pride of Clarksville. Chuck and John, this is the Monday edition of Good Morning Clarksville. On the way, a Sports Now update with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Fox's Barbecue at 7:20 this morning. Musically, we've got the Spinners from Todd Rundgren, as well as some Three Dog Night on the way. But first, say it's your birthday.
It's your birthday today.
Sammy Gale is 22. And you say, Chuck, who's Sammy Gale?
It took me a while. You had to explain it to me.
She's Nikki Reagan on Blue Bloods.
Oh.
And leader of the Mean Girls in Vampire Academy. And John and I don't like her. We think she's a spoiled brat.
Yes,
anyway,
she is.
On Blue Bloods. Willa Ford is 37. She is the actress who played the lead in the Anna Nicole Smith story. Christopher Masterson is 38. Francis on Malcolm in the Middle. Gabriel Mack is Harvey Specter. He's 46 on Suits. Olivia Diabo is 49. Remember Fred Savage's hot older sister in the Wonder Years? Remember? She was a looker. You don't remember the one.
I didn't watch it.
Guy Fieri, a celebrity chef, is 50.
He's the guy with the blonde sticking up hair, right? Drives the car. Diners and Dives or something like that.
I don't know who.
That's the show he's on.
DJ Jazzy Jeff is 53. Diane Lane is 53. She's a good actress. I like her.
Yeah.
Linda Blair. You know, The Exorcist was on this past weekend.
It was.
The original.
Yeah. You know, that was the last movie, I believe, that played at the Roxy.
Really?
I think.
How
if
old
I'm
do you
not
think she is?
mistaken. Let's see. Well, I'm going to say
How old do you think she is?
66.
No, 59.
Oh.
She just looks old for her age. John Wesley Shipp is 63. Old school speedster on the Flash. Teddy Gentry of Alabama is 66. Steve Perry, what a voice, is 69. He's a Journey Rock and Roll Hall of Famer.
Used to be.
What? Well, he used to be with Journey.
Yeah.
Journey. Yeah.
He used to be a voice, but he can't sing, so that's why he's not doing it.
Piper Laurie is 86. Did he have, is he sick?
He was, but I think he's okay now.
Yeah.
He's laid out so long now, I don't think he thinks he can get his voice back to where it was.
But when they were inducted, didn't he perform with them?
Negative. No.
He wasn't on stage with them at all?
Yeah, no. Just for the acceptance.
Yeah. John Hurt would have been 78 today. We lost him last year. I always thought he was a great actor. He was John Merrick in The Elephant Man. And what?
Sorry.
Well,
Go ahead.
He was.
He was.
In The Elephant Man. And he was the guy in the chest buster scene in Alien.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. He was.
And another one, Bill Bixby was born on this day in 1934. My Favorite Martian, Courtship Eddie's father.
That's it. Courtship of Eddie's father.
Was he more famous for The Incredible Hulk or My Favorite Martian?
The Hulk.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sam Cooke was born in 1931. You Send Me, Chain Gang, Cupid, Twisting the Night Away. Anyway, 11 days until Groundhog Day, 23 days until Valentine's Day, 25 days until the Year of the Dog, and 102 days till Avengers Infinity War comes out in the theater. So there you have... The Big 1400, Clarksville's Good Time Oldies back-to-back. WVWB, Chuck and John, 7:23. We've got Greg Walker Sports Talk coming your way this afternoon, 4 o'clock. You can join Greg Walker. They talk sports from 4 to...
Is that what they do?
Yeah. Expect the unexpected.
Oh, yeah,
they talk sports, yeah. 4 to 6 p.m. right here on the Big 1400. Time now for Back in the Day. 89 years ago in 1929, the New York Yankees announced that they would be putting numbers on the back of their uniforms, becoming the first baseball team to do so. The first numbers were based on positions in the batting order. Babe Ruth was number 3, and Lou Gehrig was number 4. 50 years ago in 1968, Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, hosted by Dan Rowan and Dick Martin, premiered on NBC. Laugh-In launched the careers of Ruth Buzzy, Judy Carn, Artie Johnson, Henry Gibson, Goldie Hawn, Steve Martin, Lily Tomlin, Bob Super Dave Osborne, Gary Owen. You know, that was just such a... It was so ahead of its time.
Yes, it was.
And a lot of the comedy that we see, the variety shows that we see, have incorporated still some of what they did.
Yeah, I watch it at least a couple of times a week.
Yeah, they were geniuses.
On Decades.
Oh, really?
It's on there every night.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every night you can watch Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In.
34 years ago, 1984, Ridley Scott directed a commercial that introduced the Apple Macintosh computer during Super Bowl 18.
He did?
Yep. The Los Angeles Raiders beat the Washington Redskins 38-9. And Barry Manilow sang the national anthem.
Oh.
Yeah. 29 years ago in 1990, we got a sports thing going on here. 29 years ago in 1989, Joe Montana led the San Francisco 49ers to a last-minute victory over the Bengals in Super Bowl 23. 49ers receiver and Super Bowl MVP Jerry Rice set a Super Bowl record of receiving 215 yards on 11 catches. Pretty good.
That was not bad.
24 years ago, 1994, Schindler's List won Golden Globes for Best Dramatic Picture and Best Director. Steven Spielberg. Did you ever watch?
I have seen that one.
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah, it is. I thought it was a tough movie to sit through.
Yeah, and being based on a true story, it was good.
Yeah.
24 years ago, in 1994, Lonnie Anderson received $2 million and a vacation house in her divorce from Burt Reynolds.
Now he's broken.
No, he's not.
He's not doing well.
13 years ago in 2005, 58-year-old Donald J. Trump married his third wife, 34-year-old Melania Knauss. 8 years ago in 2010, I did not know this, Conan O'Brien accepted NBC's buyout and left The Tonight Show. The buyout was $45 million.
Yeah, I didn't feel sorry for him too much.
I don't feel sorry for him now.
You don't?
No,
I
don't
like Conan?
No, I mean, $45 million. I mean, he's doing
still
all right.
working?
He's doing all right.
He still has
He could help Burt Reynolds out.
He could.
He could help me out.
He could, but he won't. It's all in Conan's name.
Hey, all we have to do is ask, John. You don't receive because you don't ask.
He won't give us a dime.
You don't know that. He might have, he might be feeling generous today. Probably not.
What are you drinking over there?
Okay, but time now for a Sports Now update with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Fox's Barbecue on the Big 1400.
This Sports Now update is presented by Fox's Barbecue. They're serving slow-smoked premium meats at 521 Heritage Point Drive.
In what might go down as the most transparent coaching search in sports history, the Tennessee Titans have selected Houston Texans defensive coordinator Mike Vrabel to lead their franchise moving forward. The Titans made the announcement via social media on Saturday night after releasing interview details and biographical information on every person of interest throughout the short search. Coach Vrabel won 3 Super Bowls as a player with the New England Patriots, but only has a total of 4 seasons under his belt as an assistant coach in the NFL. NFL. Now to the high school ranks, where a local bowler has managed to turn heads as only a freshman. Clarksville Academy's Leah Hayes was honored as Tennessee's Division II Bowler of the Year last week before finishing in third place overall at the state tournament. Hayes, as the number 4 seed going into the state finals on Friday, needed 4 wins to capture a state championship. She won her first match of the day, 151-119, then her second, 178-151, before falling narrowly in her third match, 181-148, to finish in third place overall. And lastly today, we bring you good news out of Knoxville. Behind 21 points from sophomore guard Lamonte Turner, the University of Tennessee men's basketball squad picked up a quality road win on Saturday night, 70-63 over South Carolina. The Vols are now 13-5 overall and 4-3 in the Southeastern Conference as they get set to host Vanderbilt at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. From the WVWB Sports Desk, this is Sports Now, and I'm Justin Swallows.
Voted the #1 veteran-owned barbecue restaurant in America, Fox's Barbecue is proud to serve the greater Clarksville community. They host the weekly Blues and Barbecue concert every Saturday night from 5 to 7 p.m. Whether you're hungry for chicken, ribs, pulled pork, or brisket, Fox's Barbecue is the right choice. They offer all-you-can-eat selections every Wednesday and Thursday night, as well as catering and delivery. Call them to cater your next event at 931-896-2678. Or better yet, go see them at 521 Heritage Point Drive, just off from Tiny Town Road.
Where the hits come on and on and on and on, on and on and on and on, on and on and on and on, on and on and on and on.
$1,400 WVWB, Chuck and John, 3 Dog Night. You were telling me about, gee whiz, Chuck Negron, lead singer, who we just heard on that song. You were telling me about, of course, he has some health issues.
He has COPD. You know, he only has one lung, and he has, what is it, COPD or whatever. But anyway, his glasses, he has to have oxygen all the time while he sings. So instead of having all these dragging around the oxygen pack and all that, he's got these special glasses that has ports built into them that hook to his nose. And while he sings, this thing forces oxygen into his nose while he's performing.
And he just has like a backpack, or
yeah, he has a little pack, and then it leads to a tank off stage.
Good, interesting.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
a
think
way to
so.
come up with it, and nobody really noticed.
Yeah. The movies over the weekend, I really thought that 12 Strong would be number one, but it was number two. Jumanji held on to number one. They're up. They made over $315 million in
People
the
are
fifth week.
desperate for him.
And I'm not
desperate for entertainment. I tell you.
Is it a scary movie, or is it?
No, it's kind of a comedy, dramedy, comedy. Yeah.
Anyway,
and I sure won't go see this one.
Yeah. And I'm worried about Star Wars because they're tanking. They just crossed over the $600 million mark.
Oh, my gosh. You think we might have to take up some money for them?
Boy, they'll probably be going to DVD very shortly. But 12 Strong did take in almost $17 million. They came in at number two. Den of Thieves came in at over $15 million. They were number three. The Post, $45 million in its fifth week. The Greatest Showman, $114 million in this fifth week. So, you know, there are some movies that are doing well. The Commuter, of course, Insidious took in $6 million. They're up to $60 million. And the new movie, Forever My Girl, took in almost $5 million. So there you have a list of movies and what they took in.
Jumanji.
Yeah,
It's got The Rock in it.
It does?
Everything he touches turns to GOLD.
What about President?
What about?
You know, they're talking about him running for president.
Oh, The Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of talk. Why would he want to give up what he's doing now to do that?
You know, he and Hulk Hogan. No, Hulk Hogan's going to run for governor, right? Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, all he can do is run.
Kid Rock.
Barely.
Kid Rock's going to run for.
Yeah.
No, they're not. I don't think so. Yeah, I think, you know, I've got a story later on I'm going to share with you about Nick. Remember when they talked about Nicolas Cage and he blew, you know, he was so hot and he had all this money, this discretionary income, and he's
broke.
He blew over $150 million.
He's broke.
He's not broke.
He broke.
$25 million he's still holding on to around $25 million.
Yeah, but he thinks he's broke.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, we need to take a break. This is the Big 1400 WVWB.
Treat your pets to a vacation of their own at the Animal Guest House. Whether you're looking for doggy daycare service or long-term boarding, Animal Guest House will love your most loyal companions as much as you do. They have almost 2 acres of fenced-in roaming space, offer grooming services, and proudly have absolutely zero breed restrictions. Animal Guest House is located in Woodlawn at 1970 Chester Harris Road. Give them a call at 931-920-2719 or check them out online at animalguesthouse.com. Animalguesthouse.com.
We've got you covered every step of the way. That's what they do at Clarksville Floor Covering. Carpet, hardwood, tile, laminate, vinyl, and area rugs are what they specialize in. Visit Clarksville Floor Covering and let their on-staff interior designer put it all together to give you the look you want. Locally owned and operated since 1961, Clarksville Floor Covering is conveniently located at 606 North Spring Street, behind Sonic off Riverside Drive. Visit their website at clarksvillefloor-covering.com and be sure to check them out on Facebook.
Moore's Office Supply is Clarksville's office supply and furniture experts. For office equipment, desks, chairs, and more, depend on Moore's Office Supply. Located on Franklin Street across from the Catholic Church, Moore's has been your business partner for office supplies in the Clarksville-Fort Campbell area for years. Call Moore's at 645-7200. That's 645-7200. And we'll deliver it for free. Moore's Office Supplies, Clarksville's office supply headquarters.
Why settle for less when you can get more at Wyatt Johnson in Clarksville, your winning team in Kentucky and Tennessee? Score and win with Wyatt Johnson GMC Buick, Toyota, Hyundai, Mazda, and Subaru, as well as 3 pre-owned superstores for more selection in minutes versus days, shopping place to place. We are the region's largest GMC Buick dealer, the area's newest Toyota dealer, and home of the Hyundai, Mazda, and Subaru giant. You always get more at your winning team in Kentucky and Tennessee, the Wyatt Johnson Automotive family in Clarksville.
For real estate services, Byers & Harvey can do it all. Real estate sales, rentals, property management, commercial and residential development. Byers & Harvey is Clarksville's oldest independent real estate company and has given continuous service since 1878. Byers & Harvey have 3 locations to serve you: in North Clarksville, in the heart of downtown, and at Sango. For more information and listings, visit them online at byersandharvey.com. byersandharvey.com. Byers & Harvey, Clarksville's real estate company.
When's the last time you ate somewhere that uses real ingredients and makes everything from scratch? If it's been too long, you should head over to the Lunchbox at 2124 Woodlawn Road. They're serving daily barbecue plates featuring everything from smoked chicken to baby back ribs. The Lunchbox menu also features the best hamburgers and all-beef hot dogs around, served on freshly baked homemade buns. Save room for dessert because they've got hand-dipped ice cream and milkshakes too at the Lunchbox, just off from Highway 79 at 2124 Woodlawn Road.
We play your favorite oldies, Jukebox Gold.
WVWB. It is 7:42. Don't forget 7:50 this morning. We've got the Vol Network Notebook brought to you by Copies in a Flash on the Big 1400. Clarksville area weather, maybe a shower or thunderstorm this morning. Otherwise, mostly cloudy. 66 for an expected high. 37 for an overnight low. Mostly cloudy and cooler for Tuesday. And we expect a high of around 40 degrees. And then Wednesday, 47 for a high with plenty of sunshine. Right now we're at 59 degrees. We were talking earlier about Nicolas Cage. You know, first though, I found out that a new study which first names are connected to the highest paying jobs.
Okay.
John wasn't in there. Chuck wasn't in there.
No. We're in the lower end.
Well, so if you want your kid to make big bucks,
don't get in radio.
Go with names like Oscar, George, Lily, or Isabella, and avoid the names of Jack and Olivia. Not making the big bucks. Speaking of big bucks, our boy, now, you know, I really used to be a fan of Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, he's kind of out there.
You know, I thought he did some great movies, especially the one Escape from Las Vegas, or, you know, the one he got the Oscar for, where he played the alcoholic. I thought that was a great movie. But you know, a lot of people are talking about Johnny Depp and, you know, how he has this extravagant spending, extravagant spending habits, you know. But, you know, he's got it. But Nicolas Cage might be the gold standard for squandering a fortune on nonsense. You know, Cage was once worth over $150 million until he started buying everything in sight. His purchases include... You can
actually spend all that amount of money?
Yeah, in a short period of time. His purchases included 15 homes, including a $25 million waterfront property in Newport Beach, a $3.5 million haunted mansion in New Orleans.
Oh, boy.
He also dropped more than $12 million on 2 castles in Europe, not to mention a 9-foot pyramid-shaped tomb in New Orleans to reside in the next life. Oh, and of course, then there was the Gulfstream jet and the private island in the Bahamas, conveniently located next to Johnny Depp's island, so they could island hop, you know. He also had some interesting pets: an octopus, a crocodile, a shark, and 2 albino king cobras. He spent $276,000 on a dinosaur skull that ended up being stolen from the Mongolian government, so he had to return it. He also had a legitimate pygmy shrunk head and crazy comic book collection that included Action Comics #1, featuring the first appearance of Superman. Now, he eventually sold that for a little over $2 million. Of course, Nicholas ended up in foreclosure on several properties and owing the IRS millions in back taxes. These days, he's worth a mere $25 million. But he's still paying some of his bills. That might be why he seems to be willing to take some of the most garbage movies an Oscar winner has ever taken. Of course, he doesn't see it that way. In a recent interview, he said, quote, "I didn't get into this for awards. I love all kind of movies. Yeah, I like the check,
especially ones that pay.
Yeah, show me the money."
Right, because I'm a little, low on cash. I only got about $25 million.
Yeah, I only have $25 million. The big 1400 WVWB. We roll along. Chuck and John, Cliff Nobles, and 1400 WVWV, waking up Clarksville with good time oldies back to back. Chuck and John on the Good Morning Clarksville show. We're just ahead of the Vol Network Notebook with Bob Kessling, brought to you by Copies in a Flash on the Big 1400. Okay, the big sports news. The New England Patriots are headed back to Super Bowl again after coming from behind to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final score 24-20. Were you interested in any of the games?
No.
Because the Redskins weren't in there.
That's true.
Oh, so anyway, we're not going to even talk to you. This is their third.
Then.
Huh?
Fine then.
This is their third.
It's always next year.
Yeah. For the Redskins, it's always next year. Right. This is the third Super Bowl in 4 years for the Patriots, and it could be their third win in 4 years. It's Tom Brady's 8th trip, and so far he's 5-2. They'll play the Philadelphia Eagles, who blew out the Minnesota Vikings. I could not believe Nick Foles is a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Who took over last month after Carson Wentz went down with a season-ending injury. Final score was 38-7. But on a related note, some interesting side notes to this. The city of Philadelphia was apparently so worried about their fans going nuts that the so-called Crisco cops grease some of the light poles ahead of time. They go around and grease the poles.
Why do they do that?
So they don't tear them.
So they don't tear them down. They can't hold on to them.
Right, yeah. So, and really, at least for now, the Eagles are the biggest now Super Bowl underdog since 2009. One Vegas sports book has them as a almost 6-point underdog to the Patriots. But they've been underdogs before, as in the last two. That's why they wear the dog mask.
That's why they wear the dog pants.
Anyway. But anyway, so we got 2 weeks to get all through the hype and make sure that NBC has sold all of their Super Bowl commercials.
Yeah. Poor Tom Brady. He had a boo-boo on his hand.
Yeah.
He had to have stitches.
Yeah, he'll be all right. But anyway, you think about the Super Bowl commercial, and you think about, NBC, hey, look, I can give you 2 on the bowl and 2 in the Olympics, the Winter Olympics. They got a package plan.
Oh, yeah.
They got a package plan. So,
only $25 million for this. You get 2 in the Super Bowl, 2 in the Olympics.
That's right. Look at the
audience. We'll throw 1 in extra
and we'll give
along the way.
A little tease.
A little tease for $25 million.
Time now for the Vol Network Notebook with Bob Kessling on the Big 1400.
The Lady Vols struggle against third-ranked Mississippi State. This is the Vol Network Notebook, brought to you by your local Farmers Co-op. Co-op, proudly farming Big Orange Country. The Lady Vols concluded a 4-game stretch against ranked teams, losing to Mississippi State 71-52 on Sunday. The Bulldogs now have won back-to-back games in Thompson Bowling Arena. Tennessee cut an 18-point lead to 9 entering the fourth quarter, but hit just 2 of 14 shots in the quarter, losing 71-52. Lady Vols have dropped 3 of their last 4 games. Coach Holly Warlick said the Lady Vols didn't play well against this veteran Mississippi State team.
They had more grit than us. They got to lose balls. They were more physical. You play a veteran team, you got to make sure every possession counted. And we just got to get better. We've been on the road, and we got to get in the gym and practice because we're not very good right now for 40 minutes.
Lady Vols dropped to 16-3, 4-2 in the SEC. Mississippi State 20-0 on the season, 6-0 in the SEC. Lady Vols host Ole Miss on Thursday night. King, Ellis, Catchings, Parker. All legendary performers who provided plenty of memorable moments on the basketball court for Tennessee. There's another group of men and women who give an all-American effort too. The friendly, knowledgeable folks who work at your locally owned Farmers Co-op. With a lineup of quality products and services at their disposal, you can be confident that a visit to Co-op for your farm, home, and outdoor needs will be a slam-dunk experience every time. Co-op. Proudly farming Big Orange Country. Tennessee Volunteers take on Vanderbilt Tuesday night in Thompson Bowling Arena. The Vols coming off a road win at South Carolina Saturday, 70-63. Lamonte Turner led the way with 25 points.
Usually I play off the ball. Coach moved me on the ball coming into this game. Just having the ball in my hands this game, I felt a little comfortable and, was able to make plays.
Tennessee won the earlier matchup with Vanderbilt, 92-84 in Nashville. Tip-off time for Tennessee and Vandy, 7 p.m. Tuesday in Thompson Bowling Arena. Reporting for the Vol Network, I'm Bob Kessler.
Copy
Copies in a Flash is your one-stop copy design and print supercenter. If you're looking for letterheads, carbonless forms, envelopes, address labels, or anything to do with print, your local Copies in a Flash can handle it all in a flash. Stop in and see Copies in a Flash at 1841 Business Park Drive in Clarksville and see how they can help you on your next project. Copies in a Flash offers free delivery. Visit Copies in a Flash and see all of their offerings at copiesinaflash.com. That's copiesinaflash.com. Copies in a Flash is proud to support our community and say go Big Orange.
Yesterday.
The big 1400 WVWB, where we've got ball calls tonight, 7 o'clock with Bob Kessling. And you can be a part of all the conversation on the Volunteer Network.
You
That's
think
tonight.
they'll talk about the Lady Balls tonight?
Yeah, and Holly Warlick. I mean, you know, they're still a good team. They just dropped in the last 3 or 4. They played some tough teams, but Mississippi State's very, very good, but losing at Thompson Bowling like they did, and then losing to Notre Dame when they were up by 23. Anyway, you can get in on the conversation tonight at 7 o'clock here on the Big 1400. Don't forget, Clarksville Academy basketball is on the Big 1400. Thursday, we've got Friendship Christian Academy. Airtime 5:45. Is that right?
Thursday? I mean 6 o'clock.
So. The girls game at 6, right?
Yeah.
And the boys approximately 7:30. Yeah,
that's true.
That's here, right here on the Big 1400 as the Cougars take on Friendship Christian Academy. WVWB, Motown Soul, rock and roll for Clarksville. It is 8:02. It's 59 degrees. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
WVWB, 1400 AM, Clarksville, Tennessee.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Well, most Americans may not notice a difference, but the federal government remains partially closed. Day 3 of the shutdown brought on by a congressional impasse over border security and immigration.
Federal agencies are closed. Hundreds of thousands of federal workers are furloughed and government services are on hold. This is all because the U.S. Senate failed over the weekend to break a logjam over a temporary government funding bill. While the federal government is closed, senators are at work trying to reach a new deal on a temporary spending bill, one that would fund federal government operations through February 8th. It's unclear if the outstanding issues, including immigration, will be included in that bill or if there will be an agreement to take up those matters once the shutdown officially ends. Linda Kenyon, Washington.
And Vice President Pence accusing some lawmakers of playing politics with military pay by failing to keep the government open.
The vice president is in the midst of a visit to the Middle East, and on Sunday he met with U.S. soldiers stationed near the Syria border. He told them they deserve better and that soldiers and their families shouldn't have to worry about getting paid. Mr. Pence said the Trump administration will not reopen negotiations on illegal immigration until Congress reopens the government and until military families receive their wages and benefits.
That's White House correspondent Greg Clugston. The Senate expected to vote early this afternoon on ending a Democrat filibuster. It's blocking a spending bill that would reopen the government. Also at SRNnews.com in Central Florida the other day.
People here shopping, just enjoying a Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening with their family. And literally, boom.
Lake Wales Deputy Police Chief Troy Schultz telling WFTS-TV 2 improvised explosive devices went off. No one was hurt, no one in custody. The Eagles and the Patriots will be facing off in Super Bowl 52. Dow futures down 52, and this is SRN News. The Church of England says no to a transgender prayer.
The bishops of Britain's state church have rejected a proposed liturgy to celebrate a person's so-called gender transition, in a victory for conservatives and those who advocate for biblical authority. However, the bishops are trying to split the difference, telling local priests that they may use the current Anglican baptism liturgy to, quote, rebaptize a person as a different gender. Many observers predict the denomination will soon break apart over issues like this. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
West Point has seen its first same-sex wedding. 2 Army captains returned there to be married this month. What's believed to be the first homosexual marriage of active duty personnel at the storied New York Military Academy. The New York Times reports Captains Daniel Hall and Vincent Franchino are Apache helicopter pilots stationed at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas. This is SRN News. France is applauding President Trump's decision to stick with the Iran nuclear pact, despite his demands for some changes in the agreement.
Foreign Minister Jean-Yves Le Drian says, "We've observed with interest that President Trump has not broken the agreement, even if, on the other hand, he's made a certain number of demands that at times seem like ultimatums." Le Drian's underlined France's support for the agreement, saying it's an essential element in the fight against the proliferation of nuclear weapons. The European Union has previously said it can't be renegotiated. I'm Charles Ledesma.
The Swiss military is stationing close to 4,500 troops in and around Davos, Switzerland. They'll provide security for this year's meetings at the World Economic Forum, the event set to be headlined by President Trump this year. And again on Wall Street, S&P futures are down 1 point. More details at srnnews.com.
You have big plans. Pregnancy might not be part of them. You owe it to yourself to understand your options and make a decision you'll be confident with. Hope Pregnancy Center offers complimentary pregnancy tests, prenatal ultrasound scans, and options information in a non-judgmental setting. Call today for your consultation. Our number is 931-645-2273 or find us on the web at hopepregnancy.net.
Good morning on the Big 1400 WVWB. Clarksville area weather. Showers today, Otherwise, mostly cloudy. Expect a high of 66. That rain should move out of here by early this afternoon. 37 for an overnight low for Tuesday, mostly cloudy, cooler. 44 for an expected high. And then Wednesday, plenty of sunshine, a high of 47 degrees. Right now, rain, 59 degrees in downtown Clarksville. With a look at traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. Traffic around the city and the county very busy at the moment. 41A Fort Campbell's slow in a couple of spots. New Providence Boulevard very busy with heavy traffic. The 101st Parkway busy this morning with heavy traffic in a couple of spots. Tylertown Road, Trenton Road, all very busy at the moment. Looks like Rossview Road, if you're headed out to the interstate, it is busy out that way. The MLK 76 connector, not too bad at the moment. 79 out in St. Bethlehem, only slow in a couple of spots. 41A out in Sango looking good this morning, and looks like 48 and 13. If you're coming into the city from the county, very busy, especially out by Liberty Park, as people head to the stoplight there and try to make their way into the city. Well, if you're headed to Nashville this morning, 24 does look good all the way into the Music City. Let's check in with Commander Chuck and see what's going on with the Nashville area traffic.
Well, good morning. There's still a couple of accidents out here. One being cleared 400 Malacca Church Street. Still quite a bit of traffic here trying to sneak in through Hermitage, Donaldson on 940 West here at Spencer Lane. Heavy, but still moving 24 through the Hickory Hollow area. 65, that's bunched up. Coming up through Williamson County, they're trying to get past Moore's Lane. Hey, it's better to know them than not know them. Free at last bell bonds. Call 242-3733. That's free at last bell bonds. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
That's been a look at your traffic and weather together and the latest national news this morning. Thank you, Commander Chuck. It is 8:07. This is Monday, and it is the Monday edition of Good Morning Clarksville. And we welcome the other half of the Chuckster, the real Chuck Edwards. Good morning, sir. You're not Commander Chuck.
I want to be.
You do?
When I grow up, I want to be like Commander Chuck. I want to fly around like him and give the traffic. Yeah.
Traffic around the city and the county. It's very busy at the moment. Oh, no.
Don't hurt yourself, John. Please.
I might have bruised.
Don't hurt yourself. You know, but we're glad that you're with us here on this rainy Monday. The rain should dissipate by early this afternoon. We'll have a high today of around 66. Right now, rain and 1400 WVWV. We're just ahead of Sports Now Update at 8:20 this morning, brought to you by Power and Grace Preparatory Academy. Musically, some Hall & Oates, Katie Lang, and some Timmy Thomas. Well, if you're looking for a job, well, it's an odd world we live in. Most people would quit their job for a chance to drive around in a giant hot dog. But here we are. That's right. That's right, folks. They're taking applications for the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. Right now, you can be the next group of Wienermobile drivers. They're looking for people with public relations or marketing skills who can start in June and work for a year driving coast to coast. Salary, quote, competitive.
You think they could? Think we could do that?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
we could still do the morning show along the way. You see. Today we're in Albuquerque, New Mexico, with the Wienermobile.
The applications are due by the 31st, so you got a week from Wednesday.
Does that mean I need to hurry up?
That means you need to get busy. You know, driving around in the Wienermobile. You probably get tired of hot dogs, though, huh?
Well, surely they don't feed you hot dogs all day long, do they?
I mean, but you're representing Oscar Mayer, so if you're seen eating anything else, it would be sacrilege.
No. I don't think that would be. They don't expect you to eat
You're not
hot dogs 24 hours
You're not going to
a
be
day.
eating any falafel while you're driving the hot dog
guess
machine.
I will.
Well, you won't be driving the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
I'm not eating weenies 24 hours a day.
Why not?
Well, Holly Warlick doesn't, so why should I?
Where did Holly Warlick come in?
I don't know. I was dared to throw her in.
Yeah, you're hot. You got a thing about
I did that on a dare.
You got a thing about Holly Warlick. Yeah, Holly Warlick and the Elephant Woman.
You know, she's an excellent yodeler. I saw some videos on YouTube.
Of Holly Warlick?
Yodeling. Yodeling.
Okay.
I did that on a dare.
I need to also share with you that Oscar Mayer's new peach flavors are using chocolate cookies with purple cream.
Huh?
You know, last year, Oreos rolled out their first mashup with Peeps for Easter. Then went with the golden vanilla Oreo cookies and a pink cream that was flavored like Peeps. Well, I mean, you know, but it just looked, it was purple, it was pink, but it was flavored like Peeps. You know the little chick Peeps. Yeah,
I like those okay, but
well, they're switching things up this year, and I don't know if these really look more or less appetizing. The Peeps flavored Oreos this year are chocolate cookies and purple Peeps cream.
Purple Peeps cream?
Yeah, think about that.
I don't think I'll...
Anyway, they're available at CVS if you want them. So you can go by it.
Purple
and get
Peep
your
cream.
Peeps there. Chocolate cookies and purple Peeps for the Oreos for Easter. Just in time for Easter.
Just in time.
Why they want to mess up my Oreo?
They always do that.
Why they want to mess up my big 1400 WVWB. Chuck and John were just ahead of a Sports Now update with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Power and Grace Preparatory Academy. But I'm glad, that we've got this time because it's 59 degrees and rain in downtown Clarksville. Expecting a high today of 66. The rain should be out of here by mid-afternoon or so.
That's good.
37 for an overnight low, and then for Tuesday, expect a high of 44, a little cooler, with a mostly cloudy day. Right now, rain and 59 degrees, and...
Uh-oh. Yes.
Time for yes
or
BS.
Yeah, see, I know.
Yes or BS. Come on. This is a good one. You'll have all of these. You'll know all of these. You'll know all of these. Today is President Trump's 13th wedding anniversary. So I'm going to ask you some questions, some statements about President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump.
Okay.
And their 13th on their 13th wedding anniversary. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Give me the elephant.
No, not yet.
Hit the elephant.
Not yet.
Okay.
Because that's my
first report. Number one, Hillary Clinton was at their wedding.
Yes.
Very good. Photos of them posing together made the rounds during the campaign. She says she went because she thought it would be fun. Trump says she went because she felt beholden to him after he donated to the Clinton Foundation. So probably a little of both.
Probably a little of both,
yeah,
I would say.
Very good. Number two, they got married at Mar-a-Lago, Florida, a.k.a. the Winter White House.
Oh.
Yes or BS?
I'm going to say yes.
Very good. 2 in a row. Some of the other celebrity guests were Arnold Schwarzenegger, Simon Cowell, Usher, Matt Lauer, Katie Couric, Heidi Klum, Don King, Russell Simmons, Derek Jeter, and Shaq. Number 3, Donald was exactly twice Melania's age when they got hitched. Yes or BS?
Hold on. I need to call a friend. I'm going to call Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Hold on. She says yes.
John, you shouldn't have done that. BS.
Okay.
He was 58. She was 34.
All right.
Don't call Sarah. Don't call a friend anymore, okay? Number 4. This is now President Trump's longest of his 3 marriages. Yes or BS?
BS.
Very good. He was married to Ivana for 15 years, so 2 years longer than he's been with Melania. He was married to Marla Maples for 6 years.
Marla?
Yeah. And he's the only president we've had who's been divorced. Yes or BS?
I need to call Sarah.
No.
Wait a minute. Hold on. She's telling me. Yes.
Hello, Oscar Meyer.
Yes.
Hello, Oscar Meyer. Yes, I want to put in an application to drive your Wienermobile.
She said yes. Oh. Sarah, you let me down, you elephant lady.
He's the second.
Oh.
The other one was Ronald Reagan.
Oh, that's right.
So he was married to actress Jane Wyman, and then he married Nancy. So there you have it. But you did good. You know.
I got, what?
3 out of 5. You know, you're good. Time now for a Sports Down Update with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Power and Grace Preparatory Academy. Hello? Oscar Meyer? Oscar Meyer? Hello?
This Sports Now Update is presented by Power and Grace Preparatory Academy. Now enrolling students in pre-K through 3rd grade online at powerandgraceacademy.com.
In what might go down as the most transparent coaching search in sports history, the Tennessee Titans have selected Houston Texans defensive coordinator Mike Vrabel to lead their franchise moving forward. The Titans made the announcement via social media on Saturday night after releasing interview details and biographical information on every person of interest throughout the short search. Coach Vrabel won 3 Super Bowls as a player with the New England Patriots, but only has a total of 4 seasons under his belt as an assistant coach in the NFL. NFL. Now to the high school ranks, where a local bowler has managed to turn heads as only a freshman. Clarksville Academy's Leah Hayes was honored as Tennessee's Division II Bowler of the Year last week before finishing in third place overall at the state tournament. Hayes, as the number 4 seed going into the state finals on Friday, needed 4 wins to capture a state championship. She won her first match of the day, 151 to 119, then her second, 178 to 151, before falling narrowly in her third match, 181 to 148, to finish in third place overall. And lastly today, we bring you good news out of Knoxville. Behind 21 points from sophomore guard Lamonte Turner, the University of Tennessee men's basketball squad picked up a quality road win on Saturday night, 70 to 63 over South Carolina. The Vols are now 13-5 overall and 4-3 in the Southeastern Conference as they get set to host Vanderbilt at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. From the WVWB Sports Desk, this is Sports Now, and I'm Justin Swallows.
With a Christ-centered curriculum and a high expectation for academic mastery, Power and Grace Preparatory Academy has set the gold standard for elementary learning. Certified by the Tennessee Department of Education, they've extended their offerings to include music, art, and Spanish. Additionally, students will be participating in STEAM Fridays, emphasizing science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Before and after care is available, spanning from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and enrollment is open for children in pre-K through the 3rd grade. For more info, visit powerandgraceacademy.com or call 931-320-9862.
Whoa, 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 whoa. The music you grew up with plays on and on. The original jukebox gold.
The Big 1400 WVWB, where we've got UT men's basketball on the Big 1400. Tomorrow, January 23rd, Volunteers will take on Vanderbilt. The Commodores will be visiting Neyland State, the Summit Arena.
That's right.
And there'll be airtime 5:30, tip-off around 6 o'clock as UT takes on Vanderbilt here on the Big 1400. So I was reading about, Game of Thrones, and the interesting thing, Peter Dinklage, who is the little person on Game of Thrones, he says it's sort of surprising that they decided to bring the Game of Thrones to an end while it was still so popular, but he says it's a good thing. He recently was asked if he was sad the show was ending, and he said it's bittersweet. Quote, "It's always the sad part of our business because you get pockets of great people for short amounts of time, and then you have to move on, and it's always heartbreaking." But he added, quote, "It's time, story-wise. Sometimes shows stay on a little too long, and they the jumping the shark thing." He talks about Peter and the only one who in the cast who's ready to move on. Last year, Kit Harington, who plays Jon Snow, says he's grown tired of, quote, "the incessant Bieber-like fame." Bieber, Justin?
Oh,
Bieber.
yeah, Justin Bieber.
He, quote, "I'm glad I've experienced it, but it's done. You couldn't go on for much longer." And so, yeah, you would think about that. But, the old adage is keep them wanting more.
That's right.
Keep them coming back for more. So,
I just left the door open.
Anyway, yeah, it was Justin.
Oh.
It was Justin.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe it was our walking papers.
They're coming. He had some papers in his hand.
He did?
He had some papers in his hand. And
no.
They might be part of our walking papers. We need to take a break. This is the Big 1400.
Cooking for large groups is exhausting, and it saps the fun out of hosting parties and events. Let your friends at the Lunchbox do the cooking next time with carry-out catering for small family gatherings up to large company outings. Whether you want barbecue and sides, hot dogs and chips, or homemade chili, the Lunchbox has the food for your next party covered. Call them today at 931-802-8227. Or better yet, go sample their extensive menu at 2124 Woodlawn Road. Fresh ingredients become delicious homemade meals at the Lunchbox, Clarksville's new favorite eatery.
Treat your pets to a vacation of their own at the Animal Guest House. Whether you're looking for doggy daycare service or long-term boarding, Animal Guest House will love your most loyal companions as much as you do. They have almost 2 acres of fenced-in roaming space, offer grooming services, and proudly have absolutely zero breed restrictions. Animal Guest House is located in Woodlawn at 1970 Chester Harris Road. Give them a call at 931-920-2719 or check them out online at animalguesthouse.com. Animalguesthouse.com.
Investments, insurance, retirement planning. Do you have questions? Do you want someone to give you straight and honest answers? Are you not sure who to talk to? Call Mike Biggs with AXA Advisors and work with someone local right down the street. Mike Biggs with AXA Advisors has been in the business of relationships here in Clarksville for over 30 years, helping you find the answers to the questions, making sense of the confusion, and coming up with strategies to help you with the many choices and decisions that have to be made when it comes to planning for the future and planning for the here and now. Mike has a 30-year track record of trusted service to his clients and to the community and is a steady hand to turn to in these uncertain times. Give Mike a call today at his office at 931-245-5480 or on his cell at 931-320-1516 and let him help you with retirement today or planning for retirement for the tomorrows. Mike Biggs offers securities to AXA Advisors LLC NYNY 212-314-4600, member FINRA SIPC, and offers insurance and annuity products to AXA Network LLC.
Hey, are you stressed out about a receding hairline or tired of daily watching handfuls of hair float down the drain? Eliminate hair loss and grow brand new hair with the all-new Vermax Scalp Enrichment Shampoo and Hair Restoration Tonic. Over-the-counter shampoos are damaging your scalp and causing hair loss with harsh detergents. Vermax offers natural, botanically based solutions to clean your scalp, prevent hair loss, open up pores, and reestablish hair follicles. Don't be bald. Call Vermax today at 888-601-7200 888-641-7864 to get that lush, healthy head of hair you've always wanted. Again, the number to call, 888-601-7864. Eliminate hair loss with Vermax Scalp Enrichment Shampoo and Hair Restoration Tonic. Call 888-601-7864 now. That's right, call 888-601-7864 now.
Warren's Apothecary is much more than just a pharmacy. From prescriptions to home medical equipment, these folks have been taking care of families since 1960. They will take care of your prescriptions. They have certified fitters for mastectomy supplies. Warren's Apothecary has hospital equipment for sale or rent, and much more. Most insurances are accepted, and they have free delivery. Give them a call to find out more. 931-647-6791. Warren's Apothecary is located at 1647 Memorial Drive in Clarksville. Call 931-647-6791.
Clarksville Online is where you'll find the latest in Clarksville area news, weather, sports, and current events. Depend on Clarksville Online for crime reports and special events, Fort Campbell news and current events, and the latest financial news. Want sports? Then visit ClarksvilleSportsNetwork.com. Movie listings and weather bulletins? Go to DiscoverClarksville.com. And for all you bikers, visit ClarksvilleMotorcycle.com. You'll find everything you need in the Clarksville Online digital network. Clarksville Online. We are Clarksville.
1400 WVWB, Clarksville's Good Time Oldies back with KD Lang. 56 degrees and rain in downtown Clarksville. We start this Monday, the 22nd day of January. Now, the shower should end by midday. We expect a high, though, of around 66. I don't know if that rain's going to keep us a little lower than that. Tonight, a cloudy, cooler, 37 for an overnight low, 44. No mention of any rain on Tuesday or Wednesday, when we have a high of 47 on Wednesday. Right now, we're rain and 56 degrees in downtown Clarksville. So,
yes,
the top questions your cat would ask if cats could talk.
Can they talk?
No.
They can't?
But if they could, here's some questions they will probably ask you. You're not a cat. You're not.
Yeah, I had a cat.
You did?
Uh-huh.
I did not say anything about pachyderms. I did not say anything.
You're talking about cats.
Cats. No,
we're not. Sarah, get back in the box.
What? He's put Oscar Wienermobile. Yeah, Oscar. I gotta put that. I gotta go online. Yep. But the top questions your cat would ask if it could talk.
Okay.
Number one. So you're eating steak and potatoes and you call this slop you feed me fancy feast?
Yeah, that sounds like my cat would have said that.
If God didn't want me to thrash your new leather couch, why did he give me claws?
That's right.
These are the top questions your cat would ask if it could talk. Oh, I see you brought home 3 more cats to keep me company. Does that mean you've given up on dating? Top questions your cat would ask if it could talk. Why am I wasting one of my 9 lives with you?
That's true.
Could you get rid of that tennis racket? They were made with my cousins, for God's sake. Top questions your cat would ask if it could talk. Yes, I enjoy hunting. I enjoy having prey to hunt, but maybe you should get an exterminator to look at your rat problem because it's overflowing. And I can't keep up. Why would anyone use a toilet when there's a perfectly good box right there? Top questions your cat would ask if it could talk. You realize I genuinely hate you, don't you? You got it right? Yeah. Top questions your cat would ask if it could talk.
The cats have a whole different personality.
Yeah, and you know what?
What? You don't like cats, do you?
Oh, it's not that I don't like them. I just never had wanted to have one as a pet.
Really?
Yeah. Because I don't like the way they look at you.
They're always good.
They're always what?
Good.
Yeah, to your face.
Yeah. That's why mine had the name Lucy, but when she was bad, it was Lucifer.
Okay.
I did.
Okay, that's
when she
fine.
was bad, I'd say, okay, Lucifer.
Okay.
You're gonna have to straighten out and fly right now. So you can change
that's like your mother
Lucy.
would. Your grandma would say she call you, Chucky. Well then, Chuck.
Yeah. Same.
Or Johnny, John Lewis Michaels.
Get over here.
That's right.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and you call your cat Lucifer.
Yeah.
But yeah, they look at you like, yeah, you lay there, you lay your head down there. I'm gonna claw your eye out.
Yeah. Think so.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
The big 1400 WVWB, we help make them famous. Now you can hear them again and again and again on Clarksville's Good Time Oldies. 1400 WVWV. It is 52 degrees in downtown Clarksville as the temperature drops with the rain. Expect this rain to be gone out of here by midday. Expect a high of 66. I don't know the way the temperature's going if we're going to make it. 37 for an overnight low, and tomorrow 44 for a high with mostly cloudy skies. Right now, Big 1400 WVWV with Dobie Gray. Clarksville's Good Time Oldies back to back. 52 degrees and rain in downtown Clarksville, expecting a high today of 66. We might have reached that high earlier today. I don't know if temperatures are going to be able to get up to around 66.
Not unless the rain stops and maybe the sun pokes his head out.
Yeah, but the rain is supposed to end by mid-afternoon. Right now we're at a high of 51, so we'll see. Tomorrow around 44, mostly cloudy. On Wednesday, 47 for an expected high. 51 degrees in downtown Clarksville.
I will take the 40s.
We'll take it.
I'll take it over what we had last week and the week before.
Yeah, this time last week we weren't here. No, we were here last week on a Monday. Oh,
we're practicing.
Oscar Mayer Wiener. We're learning the Oscar Mayer Wiener song because
that's where
they're looking for new drivers for their Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
That's right.
So, and
we would be a tag team.
Yeah.
You could drive 8 hours. I would drive 8 hours, and then we'll be to our next stop.
And then we get out and put on our costumes.
Put on our
the Oscar Mayer Wiener shirts and
weenie for a
pass out hot dogs and everything.
Right.
I've been to the Wienermobile, and they never give out hot dogs. They give out coupons to buy hot dogs. But
10 cents off a $5 pack of hot dogs.
But anyway, time now for some good news. This is a great story. This is a great story.
We need some good news.
It warms my heart. This does not have any elephant in it. No, it does not. No, it does not. A 70-year-old woman named... No, don't do that. A 70-year-old woman named Dolly Mamros. She worked as a secretary for 20 years at 2 different schools in Leechburg, Pennsylvania. That's about 35 miles northeast of Pittsburgh. Unfortunately, she passed away back in November, about 2 months after her husband died, George. But check this out. Miss Dolly decided she wanted to do something good. She had an insurance policy, and before she died, she told her family she wanted to donate some of that money to the school. So she earmarked $6,000 to cover school lunches for kids who couldn't afford them. Made her family promise to follow through with it, and they did, and it was actually her granddaughter, Allie's idea. Her son recently sent a letter to the school to let them know about it. Now, some of the money will go to pay off the overdue accounts for kids who are currently enrolled, and the rest will go to pay off any accounts in the future. So until the money runs out, every kid will be able to eat a hot lunch every day.
Boy, that is a good, and that money went to a good use too.
Yeah, great story, and it did go to a great cause. Miss Dolly, great heart. Thank you very much.
And I'm sure a tear in my ear.
Yeah,
a tear in my